Hello, friends. So today I'm going to share with you a little bit about programming. We're going to be working out of Chapter 9 of Daniel Liang's Intro to Java Programming. Chapter 9 is Intro to Object-Oriented Thinking. And we're going to be working through Exercise 4. So I'll go ahead and share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. And there we go. So here is, whoops. Chapter 9 is object-oriented programming and objects and classes, and right now we're working through the exercises. So exercise 4 is using the random class, and here we have it. Use the random class, write a program that creates a random object with the seed 1000 and displays the first 50 random integers between 0 and 100 using the nextInt method. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on that. I've got Eclipse open here. I'm going to make a new package to keep everything in, and how I keep track of them is basically the assignment problem that I'm working on. And so inside that we'll make a new class, and I'll give this class the same name. And we'll include the public static void main because we want to go ahead and be able to run this. All right, so start out by having just a little comment to kind of explain what it is we're working on. And my little right there. Okay, so it says write a program that creates an object with the seed 1000 and displays the first 50 random integers between 0 and 100 using the nextInt method. Okay, well, let's make sure that we have everything working. Okay, we've got everything working, and we want everything to happen in between those two first print statements. So, let's see here. Okay, good. So this comes out of section 9.6, using classes, and it's got one about the math out random, and it's actually got a couple of nice little chunks of code here. And let's just see what those codes do right quick when we run them. All right. Control A, Control I. We do have some problems, and the problem is this is not part of the baked-in library. So we'll import the random class. That takes care of all of our problems. And what Daniel's showing with these two examples is it goes through and the first random number generates the same sequence as the second set of random numbers, even though they're different random numbers. And so the concept is whenever you're using the same seed, you're going to generate the same sequence of numbers. So I'm going to modify this just a little bit. And I'm going to change this to random 3. And let's run it again, third time. Oh, need to change this to a 3. Now, we can see that it's going, random 3, new random. All right, let's run that again. That looks a little weird. Hello, and then random. Got to change that one as well. Otherwise, it keeps on using the previous one. Okay, so we can see we've got 3 random sequences, but they're all starting with the same. All are now starting with the same seed of 3, and it generates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to modify these just a little bit. Let's see, we've got some refactoring that we could do. And so, we won't worry about refactoring too much. Instead, we'll just use what we've got. Now it says, It wants us to use a seed of 1,000. So I'll just change the seed on all of them to 1,000. Test it, and we see that now they're all doing a different sequence, but they're still all repeating each other. And it says first 50. We can just change this to 50. Save it, run it. Now we do have the problem that it goes a little too far, but that's okay. We can see that they're all just basically repeating the same numbers over and over again. And we'll make one more change. It says between 0 and 100. So to slow this down just a little bit. And so now our density is a little higher. We get a few more numbers on the screen. Okay, so we'll call that good for now. That does what we had planned on it doing. There are lots of other fun things that you can do with this code, and you can refactor it just a little bit. I'll do one example right quick of things that I would do. All right, I would add an if statement. I would say if I is greater than 0 and I modulo, let's call it 25 equals 0. Let's wrap it. So make that a println. Okay, so 25 it looks like is too small. Let's make it 26. How about 24? Yeah, 25. 25 will do nicely. It splits it into 2 lines. Okay, so now we need to just go add those 2 minor changes, and so we'll have to add the brackets. That way we can also add the print statement. Whoops. Just need that little bit right there. There we go. And then before we add the bracket, that's okay. We'll get it straightened out. Okay, let's run that again. Okay, so from random number 1, we get this sequence from 2 and from 3. And just so that this prints nicer, I'm going to do a little formatting there just to make it go down. So it says hello, and from rand 1, 2, and 3, and then it says bye. All right, so this is how to create a new random using a random class. This is where you set the seed, and this is where you can set the range. It'll go from 0 up to this number, and because it's a int, it'll only, there's actually lots of nice things you can read about it. You can also read about it inside Daniel Liang's book. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do let me know. But with that, thank you all for joining me, and hopefully you have a lot of fun programming and playing with random numbers. Have a great day.